I've been a wrestling fan since about college, but it was mostly a thing that I consumed by myself. I'm a software engineer, and it's not exactly a thing that software engineers commonly geek out over. Now, at the time, the only person I really talked wrestling with was my friend, who's been a huge wrestling fan since childhood, actually went to wrestling school for a bit, and even as a tenure-track professor in ethnomusicology, literally wrote an academic paper on wrestling entrance music. My friend is non-binary and trans-feminine, and they messaged me saying, hey, do you want to fly to Vegas for AEW's first show? They signed multiple non-binary and trans wrestlers on the roster, and we should go. At the time, I had never been to a wrestling show before, and I was also super excited about AEW, so I said, absolutely, let's do it. One of the most special moments happened at the StarCast after party. So I had ducked out to get water or something, and as I was walking back, there was another person that was also walking back in front of me. And I realized that it was none other than Nyla Rose. And I started frantically texting my friend to get the hell over here and meet her. And they did, and let me tell you, their face just lit up. Nyla was so sweet and gave us hugs, and we took selfies. And in the nearly 5 years that I've known my friend, I have never seen them so happy. And there were legends at Double or Nothing, and there were legends at that after party, but it was wrestlers like Nyla Rose and Sonny Kiss who were just at the start of their stardom that got my friend to come, and as a result, me. And it was meeting Nyla and seeing the effect that it had on my trans friend that created that special moment. And my friend told me afterwards, just by AEW having trans and non-binary wrestlers on the roster, it made them feel safe and welcome in a way that they hadn't since coming out. Seeing that, especially on a personal level, is one of the reasons why I'm an AEW fan for life.
Well, this is a very important phone call. It's a very important message. I love that I can play my part by playing this call, and that's all I'm doing is playing this call. But I think realizing how important it is to play this call, realizing how important both Nyla and Sonny are to the professional wrestling landscape, how important it is to have them on the television, how important it is to spotlight them, because of your friend and many other people who has friends who are trans or non-binary identifying, or even terms that maybe I'm not familiar with or I haven't been educated on. But wrestling is for everybody. And for so long, it wasn't for everybody. And even now, some places or some things, it might not be the best. But just to know that there are people and places that are working on it, doing their best to educate themselves and trying to be the best wrestling entity they can for everyone. I think it's the best thing we can do in the year 2021 to understand that it's not 1970 or 1975 and move forward with the times. Don't move backwards. Everybody loves wrestling nostalgia, but just remember, as nostalgic as wrestling was, there were some very bad habits in the past and people that felt neglected and unincluded. So this call makes me very happy. I want to include everybody. I want everyone to feel good about being at wrestling. I've made mistakes in the past, but it's calls like this and stories of your friend like that that keep me educated, that remind me to be a better person, to include the ones that are different than myself and have different thoughts than myself. And that's okay and 100% the right thing to do. And please let us as the wrestling community know what we can do more to help everybody feel inclusive. Hey, thanks for watching. That call was part of a whole podcast called Wrestling Anonymous. Listen to the whole thing weekly. Wherever you listen to your podcast, go subscribe. While you're at it, subscribe right here on YouTube to Colt Cabana's channel. Thank you.